Hello and good evening, everyone. So, welcome to another live session on Eden 2. So, how are you guys doing? I hope all of you are fine and doing great. Okay, so today's live session, I think it will be extremely helpful for the exam going NEET MDS aspirants. Okay, just a minute. So, as I was telling you guys, I think it will be extremely helpful for the exam going NEET MDS aspirants, right? Okay, the ones who are going to attend the exam in the next 2 days on April 19th. It will be extremely useful for them, I think, because in today's session, we'll be mainly discussing about all the guidelines that you should follow on the exam day. And I will also tell you about the checklist. That is, what all things you can carry to the exam hall, what all things are not allowed inside the exam hall, and the new time-bound section of exam pattern, and like what is the new exam pattern for this NEET MDS 2025 exam, because you people are the first batch to attend the exam in this new pattern. Okay, so I'll be discussing all about this, and I really hope it will be a useful session for all of you. So before going into a session, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Nivedita Tampan. I'm an oral pathologist and co-academic director of Eden 2. So let's have a look at today's session. Okay, so the as you all know, the exam is on April 19th, 2025, which is a Saturday, just 2 days more for the exam. And I hope all of you are in the last minute revision, and all of you are attending the grand test in the Idento app also. So, like most of you know, the admit cards were out yesterday itself in the official website of the National Board exams. The admit cards were out, and I hope you all had downloaded the admit cards also. If you had not yet downloaded the admit cards, then please go to this link given here. Okay, so this is the link for the official website of the National Board, and if you go to this link, you will be redirected to the home page of the National Boards, and there will be an examination tax, and under the examination tax, go to the NEET MDS section, and in the NEET MDS section, go to the application link and log into your profile, and on the left side you will be able to see an admit card tab. Okay, so click on that admit card and download the admit card. Now once you download the admit card, please have a look at these four things. Okay, first is your name, then application number and date of birth and category. Okay, so please look whether there is any mistake, whether there is any spelling change or whether any kind of mistake in the name, and especially in the date of birth and in the name. Okay, and in the application ID also. Okay, please look whether there is any spelling mistake or spelling change or any kind of mistake there is in the name, application ID, date of birth, and in the category. Okay, if there is any mistake, then please report it to the NBMS officials as soon as possible also. Okay. Now, in the admit card itself, they had given the examination center. They had given the like the address for the examination center also. So I think all of you had received a mail from the NBMS in the first week of April itself, suggesting where the like your confirmed exam city. I think you all had received a mail regarding that in the first week of April itself, about the confirmed exam city that you are going to write the exam in. Now, After the release of the admit card, you will be able to know the exact center where you are going to write the examination. And one major update in the admit card is that they had also given a Google Map link. Okay, they had also given a Google Map link so that it will be very easy for you to locate your examination center. Okay, so I will suggest you to make your travel arrangements as soon as possible, because it is always better to get familiarized with the exam center one day prior to the exam day. Okay, if you want to get familiarized with the exam center, you can visit the exam center one day prior to it or in the morning of the exam also. Okay, so get familiarized with the exam center. That is very important, because that will avoid lots of like last minute hassles. Okay, so please get familiarized with the exam center one day prior to the exam day itself. Okay, now at what time you can reach your examination center? You can reach your examination center by around 12 p.m. and the entry will close at 1:30 p.m. and you can log into your computer system, your allocated computer system, by around 1:45 p.m. and the exam will start at sharp 2 p.m. and it will end at sharp 5 p.m. also. Okay, so 12 p.m. by 12 p.m. you should reach your examination center. Okay, the earlier the better, but please don't make it late. Okay, so by 12 p.m., please make sure that arrange your travel such that you reach the examination center by 12 p.m. itself. Okay, that's very important, because sometimes in case of some to avoid the last minute traffic jams and all, please make sure that you are reaching well advanced in time also. Okay, so now coming to the exam kit or the checklist that for the exam, for your NEET MDS 2025 exam, you are allowed to carry only two things to the examination hall. Okay, so what are those two things? One is your admit card, and the second one is your government issued photo ID card. Okay, so in the admit card also there are like specifications. I will tell you what it is. So you had already downloaded the admit card yesterday. Now take a printout of that admit card. Okay, take a color printout of your admit card. Okay, this is very important. Take a color printout of your admit card. Okay, now your admit card will have two pages. Okay, please don't take printout in two pages. What you have to do is take a printout back to back. Okay, in a single A4 size paper, you can take a printout back to back. Okay, this is very important, because you should. It is specifically mentioned in the admit card also. There'll be two pages in the admit card. Take a printout. Take a color printout of it back to back. Okay, and at the top of the admit card, there will be a barcode like this that is given. So please make sure that while taking the printout, this barcode does not becomes unclear or does not become smudged or such like this. Make sure that this barcode is clear. Okay, because this barcode will be used for during the registration process. So please make sure that this barcode is clear. Okay, so regarding the admit card, you should remember two things. One, it should be a color printed copy, and second thing, one page. There are two pages of the admit card, but you should take printout in a single page only. And third thing is, make sure that the barcode is very clear. Okay. The next is your photo ID card. Now, which all photo ID cards you can carry to the exam? You can carry your PAN card or your driving license or your voter ID or your passport or your Aadhaar card with the photograph. Okay. Any government issued photo ID card you can carry to the exam hall, but please make sure that the name on the ID card and the name on your admit card is same. Okay, please make sure the name on your ID card and the name on your admit card is the same. Okay, if there is any mismatch between these names in the ID card and in the admit card, then you will not be allowed entry inside the exam hall. And in case of like name change due to marriage or due to some other issues, then you need to produce a relevant document to substantiate the name change. Okay, so that's really necessary. But please make sure that the ID card that you are carrying has the same name as issued in the admit card also. Okay, so that will make things easier for you. Okay, so you can carry any of these given ID cards, no issues. And but it is also specifically mentioned in the information bulletin that you can bring at least one, but as many of the above mentioned photo IDs issued to you and details of which have been provided in the application form. Okay, so that is specifically mentioned, meaning that if in case of some issues, if as a safety measure, you can bring two ID cards to the exam hall. Okay, you don't need to carry all the five ID cards. You can bring a alternate ID card also. Okay, so you can bring one ID card as a main ID card and an alternate ID card also you can bring as a safety measure. Okay, just in case. Okay, just in case, as a safety measure, you can bring a second ID card also. Okay, so now, coming to the blacklist, that is the items that are not allowed inside the exam hall. It is a big list, so I will tell you in detail. So, all the stationary items like the pouch, calculators, pen, writing pad, notes, pencil eraser, nothing is allowed inside the exam hall. If there is a numerical based question or a calculation based question asked for your NEET MDS examination, then there is a digital calculator available in your screen. Okay, if there is a numerical question or calculation based question asked for your NEET MDS examination, then there is a digital calculator that is present in your screen. You can use that for the calculation purposes. Okay, you cannot carry a calculator to the exam hall. Okay, no pen and no pencil is also not allowed. Okay, then the electronic devices like the mobile phones, Bluetooth earphones, wristwatch, nothing is allowed. And wallet, goggles, handbags, belt and cap are also not allowed inside the exam hall. Then coming to the jewelry items. Okay, jewelry items like bracelets, rings, earrings, nose pins, necklace, and are not allowed inside the exam hall. In some of the examination center, I had even seen removing the hair clip from the female candidates. So it is safe to use hair bands instead of the metal hair clips. Okay, because you will be undergoing a metal detector check. Okay, so it is always better to use the hair bands instead of the metal hair clips. Okay, and no eatables and no water is allowed inside the exam hall too. They will provide water in the examination center. Okay, so these are the blacklisted items. Okay, these things you cannot carry inside the examination center or inside the exam hall. Okay, now next, you will be, like I had already mentioned, there will be a metal detector to check whether there is any metal in your body, and they can do the frisking also, and they can, like they will get the finger biometrics also. Okay, so finger biometrics is an important thing. So for the finger biometrics, anything that hinders the fingerprints, like the henna material or any color or any tattoo is there in your fingerprints, then please remove it. Okay, that is very important because the fingerprint that you had uploaded in your application, in your NEET MDS 2025 application, it the fingerprints must be matching with that of the fingerprints that you give on that specific day also, on the exam day also. So please make sure that all the henna material or color material or tattoo is like removed from the fingers so that they get the clear fingerprints of you. Okay, then there will be face ID verification also. They will check for the face ID verification also will be done. Okay, so this is the main security that happens at the exam center. A metal detection system will be there, frisking and the finger biometrics and the face ID verification will also be happening. Now, like around the second week of the April, the National Board had released a notice stating that the time-bound sections or the new pattern, which includes the time-bound sections, are also introduced for the NEET MDS 2025 exam. So you guys will be the first guys to attempt the NEET MDS examination in this time-bound pattern. So in this time-bound pattern, what you can see is that all the questions will be divided into two sections. One is part A and another one is part B. Okay, so this part A contains 100 questions, which you can attempt in 75 minutes. And if you had completed the part A questions before this 75 minutes get over, then you are not allowed to go to the next section. Okay, so that is the main rule in the time bound pattern. If you had completed these, attending these 100 questions before these 75 minutes are over, then you are not allowed to proceed to the part B. Okay, only once these 75 minutes get over, then only you are allowed to go to the next section, that is the part B. Okay, now the 75 minutes got over and still you had not completed like 5 to 10 questions in the part A section, you cannot come back and complete it also. Okay, you cannot do that. Okay, once the 75 minutes are over, you will be automatically directed to the part B. Okay, you cannot come back and do the questions in the part A. Now, while doing part B, if you feel like, okay, you had made some mistake in the part A question, again, you cannot come back to the part A section question and make modifications or review that questions again. Okay, you are not allowed to do that. Okay, so these are the main 3 rules in the time-bound pattern of the examination. Okay, you can only go to the next section once the 75 minutes are over. Once the 75 minutes are over, then you cannot come back to the part A section for modifying or for reviewing or for like checking the questions also. Okay, you cannot do that. Okay, so once the first 75 minutes are over, you will be automatically redirected to part B, which has 140 questions and which is to be attempted in 105 minutes. Okay, so this is the general pattern of the NEET MDS 2025 examination. If you look at the total number of questions and the total time, it is similar to the previous years only. Okay, the part A contains 100 questions and part B contains 140 questions. So total, you have the 240 questions, just like the previous years. And if you look at the time, part A has 75 minutes and part B has like 105 minutes. So totally you have like 180 minutes or 3 hours, which is similar to the previous years. So the average time you can take for attempting one question is 45 seconds only. Okay, there is no change in that. The average time that you can take for attending one question is 45 seconds only. Okay, so this is the major change that has happened in the NEET MDS 2025 examination. And although they had not mentioned it separately, but we are hoping that the part A will contain all the general basic subjects and the general medicine and general surgery. And part B contains the purely dental related subjects. All the 10 dental related subjects will be there in the part B. Okay, we are hoping for that. Part A contains all the 7 subjects that are mentioned here, and part B has all the 10 major subjects, the purely dental related subjects that are given here. Okay, now on the day of examination, after the registration process and all, once you enter the examination hall and you are allocated a system. Okay, once you are allocated a system, please go to the system and check whether the name, photograph, and application number that is given in your computer system is same as that given in the admit card. Okay, that is very important, because if there is any mismatch, then please inform it to the invigilators as soon as possible. Okay, so please, once you get allocated a computer system, please check whether your name, photograph, and application number are same that is seen in the admit card. Okay, and around like 1:45 p.m. you'll be asked to read the instructions and please read the instructions carefully, and there will be a declaration also will be there. Please read the declaration also clearly. Now, as I had already mentioned, in case of a calculation based question or a numerical based question, there will be a calculator that is present on the right hand side of your computer system, which you can utilize for solving these numerical based or calculation based questions. Now, there will be so many color coding systems that you will be seeing on the right hand side of your computer system. So I will just familiarize with you with these color codings so that you don't get confused during the examination time. Okay, so one is this like white color color coding. You can see that means that you have not visited that particular question yet. Okay, so if you are attending the part A questions, then there will be a part A section here with 100 questions that are marked like this. So when you're attending the first question, all the other questions will be like white in color like this, because you have not visited the other questions yet. Okay, so that will have the white color. If you have not answered the question and you have skipped to the next question, then it will appear red in color like this. Okay, if you have answered the question, then it will appear green in color like this. Now, if you are doubtful about your answer, or if you don't remember the answer at that present moment, then you can review the questions. Okay, so these questions that are marked for review will be purple in color like this. Okay, now sometimes what you can do is you can like answer the question. Okay, you can answer the question, but again you are like doubtful about the answer, or you are confused about the answer. Then what you can do is that you can mark for review for an answered question also. Okay, so that will appear purple in color with a green box like this at the bottom. Okay, so this is how the color codings of the questions will be there. Okay, so if the question is answered and it is marked for review, and like by the end of the exam you think that okay, I can come back to this question and I can like answer review this question once again, but you don't get time. Okay, if you don't get time to come back and review the question again, then that question will be considered for evaluation. Okay, so that question will be included in the evaluation. Okay, so so once you're marking an answer and you are putting the review button for it, and if you cannot come back to that same question at the end of the exam, then that question will be considered for evaluation. Okay, so like answer it only if you are 100% sure. Okay, because in the future, like in the towards the end of the test, if you cannot come back and to this examination, to this particular question, then that can be included in the evaluation. Okay, so you should remember that. Okay, even if you had not unreviewed it, it will be considered for evaluation. Okay, so these are the color codings that you will see in the examination system. Okay, so this is how your system will look like once you start the examination. Your photo and your name will be there on the right hand side, and it will be mentioned whether you are in the part 1 or part B, and the time left for the particular section will also be given here. And on the right hand side you see a small calculator like symbol. Yes, that is your digital calculator. You can use it for any if any numerical question or calculation based question is turning up, then you can use this calculator for calculating all the things. Okay, so this is the color coding of the questions that they have also already mentioned there, and this is the color coding that will change here. Okay, number of questions and it will change here. Now, and the below tag you can see that there is an option for mark for review and next. Okay, so if you are selecting an option and if you want to mark for review, you can click on this option and go to the next question. If you don't want to, if you don't know the answer but you are marking it for review for future, for like you will come back in the future to this same question, then again you can mark for review here. And if you had marked a response but you want to clear it, you can use this option as clear response. And if you had like marked a particular answer or particular option and you want to go to the next question, then you can go in the save and next option. Okay, so this is how your computer screen will look like on the day of examination. Okay, so there is a demo test available in the official website of the national board, and it was, I think it was available from like April 9th onwards. You can like go to this link official website of NBEMS and check for this demo test. This demo test will contain like questions that are like completely unrelated to dentistry, but at least like you will know how the time bound pattern works once you attend this demo test. Okay, you will get a whole idea of how this time bound patterns can work in the demo test. Okay, it will be there. Okay, so I hope this session was helpful for you. Okay, and when in the examination center, when you encounter like first question or second question or third question that you don't know the answer, or when you encounter like first few questions of the examinations and you don't know the answer, or you don't know like any idea, or you don't get any idea about these questions or the options, please don't get anxious, or please don't get panicked, or please don't get disheartened. Okay, because sometimes the questions that we know will be coming at the end only. Okay, so trust that, trust yourself and believe in yourself. So in this last few days, definitely, like almost all the students I had seen like getting anxious and getting overwhelmed thinking about the examinations. But don't worry, and many of them while doing the revision, they will think like, I don't remember anything while doing the revision. I think I forgot everything while revising, like that they can complain. But don't worry, okay, at the right moment, at the right time, you will remember everything and you will choose the correct answer also. Just stay calm and stay focused. Take it one question at a time. Okay, concentrate on just one question at a time. Okay, and in addition to the exam preparations, please take care of your health also. Okay, because health is very important. Sickness and examination is not a good combo. So please stay healthy, like eat nutritious food and stay hydrated and get enough sleep also. Okay, especially on the day before the examination, please make sure that you are getting like 8 hours of sound sleep. Okay. Okay, and then trust yourself, believe in yourself, and visualize success. Okay, because if you have a positive mindset only, you will attract all the positive things in your life. Okay, so please visualize success. Definitely, you will get your dream MDS seat in your dream dental college. And and on behalf of all the whole Idento team, wishes you all the very best for your NEET MDS preparation, NEET MDS examination. Okay, all the very best for your examination. Good luck, do well, and all my prayers and all my wishes for all of you. Okay, so thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you so much. Good luck and goodbye. Okay, all the best for your all the best for your examinations. Okay, okay. Goodbye and good night. Bye.